What's up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? My name is Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellanea. Today I'm coming at you with the Saturday Night Live. Hope everybody is doing well. You caught me right as I was getting ready to switch over diamond paintings, but I'm kind of trying to decide what I'd like to work on. What's up, Amy? Long time no see ya. In the meantime, the one that I had out here is Cauldron of Myrrh, and I've actually got quite a bit finished on this one. I'll show you my progress. Cauldron of Myrrh, for those who are unaware, this is Cauldron of Myrrh by Ivy Dollamore from Diamond Art Club. She is a cutie. I have 2 rows left to go on this one. She is, hold on, I got to take my clips off. See, I've got 2 rows left to go. Moving some stuff around here. There we go. 2 rows left to go, but she's getting there already. Hi, Goddess Jen. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Allison. Hi, Alice. Yennet. Hello, Yennet. Hi, Wallflower. So I've got this beauty. Like I said, I've got 2 rows left to go on her, but this is the progress so far. She really has been a lot of fun, very beautiful canvas. So you tell me, do you guys want me to keep going with this one? Otherwise, here are our options, okay? So in my WIPs, I have, just a moment here, I have Dorothy's Friends by Shay J. Reed from Ever After Diamond Painting. I have from Jaded Gem Shop, this is Ruby Reef Siren by Little Alfred. I also have, what else? Azalea from the one with the diamond art by Julia Speary. What's up, Ducky Sex the lady? Do you guys have any preference? Oh, otherwise I have, hold on, there's one more. Where is it? Hiding on me. Evening Melodies from Diamond Art Club, and I am about the halfway point of this one. So what do you guys think? Do you guys have a preference, or you want me to pick? I think if I pick, I will maybe go with, I mean, I could stick with the one I'm doing and get to work on this little plant over here. What do you think? You guys have any preferences? Dorothy's Friends, says Allison. Hi, Marianne. But yeah, isn't this beautiful? The ABs that are in this are really like just phenomenal. I love it. Love seeing Cauldron of Myrrh in person. You've missed it twice. Oh yeah, she's good. She's very good. And the pink that's in her hair here, she has ABs there. Basically all of the white is ABs as well. And then there's big chunk patches of this light purple is also ABs down around here, and all of this, all this here, that's all ABs. And then her tail, all of this pink down here, that's all AB. Look at that flashy. Beautiful stuff. So I've been really enjoying working on this one. She's been lots of fun. I can't wait to get to the kitty cat. I got its little paw hanging down. That's about it. But her face is halfway done. That's cute. Part of her hat is nice. It's very nice. So, well, I have 1 vote for Dorothy's Friends, a vote for the one I'm doing, a vote for Evening Melodies, and another vote for Cauldron of Myrrh. All right, I guess we stick with Cauldron of Myrrh since that's all anybody has said really so far. So I have a game, and we played this game last week, okay? And the game, sorry, I'm just rolling this up at the bottom so it's not hanging down the table here. Um, the game that I came up with is a stash slash finished paintings slash WIPs. If you need to get into your WIPs too, that's fine. Scavenger hunt. And with regard to this scavenger hunt that I have, uh, we did 30 questions last time. I'll see if we can do 30 questions this time. My points so far are 30 out of 30. So let's see if I can get 30 more and what you guys can get. Huh? What do you think? Yeah, and thank you, Ducky. Don't forget to hit that like button while you're around slapping things around. You could also slap that subscribe button too. Love my family. Hi, how are you? Love my family. Great name. Glad you love your family. Some people do not. So, pen that I'm using. This is the Satura pen from Diamond Pen Pal on Etsy. In my single placer here, I've got Ghost. This is from Diamond Painting Daily. That's their symbol on Etsy. And this is like a glue dot. It's a liquid, kind of a liquid, that turns solid. It goes from white to clear when it dries, hence the name Ghost. And it works like a glue dot, and I love it. And then in my multi-placer down here, I have Earth Glow dot dot putty from Butterfly Effectwares because it's been a little humid in the house and it helps with, sticky putty issues. Good, just had my grandson's 14th birthday. Ooh, okay. 14's a good age. They're not quite as mouthy at that age and they're not driving yet, so they're not driving you nuts asking for the car. You know what I mean? Okay. And I think I'm going to put a little bit of alcohol spray on this because it is actually not super sticky. That's been happening with my canvases for some weird reason. But what I do when that happens, one moment, you spray some alcohol into the trash. There we go. What I do is I take some alcohol spray. This is a 91% isopropyl alcohol solution. And I give it a little spray. You don't have to like be too sparing about it, but then I take the cover, I put it back down, and I spread it out to make sure that it gets the entire square, right? And then I take this back off again, wipe that off a little, and then we let it dry. You just wave it, let it evaporate off of the canvas. It doesn't take very long, maybe a few minutes at most. Not looking forward to the car. Yeah, it's fun. I don't have grandchildren for vehicle purposes, but kids. Oh, my tray. My tray is from Firefly. This is the Switch Mini Max from Firefly. It has a removable lid, a removable trash tray, which I usually do and set it to the side. And then in the top here, it has a little hole where you can actually put your pen so it doesn't roll away on you. That's pretty handy. And then it also has an open and close pour spout, which I like. Any hoozles. Let that continue to dry, especially when I'm sticking down ABs, man. If your glue's not good, oh yeah, now it's good and sticky. It just gives it a good refresh, and we like that. We like the refresh on the glue. Okay, so stash slash finishes slash WIPs scavenger hunt. Now, you can use any finished paintings. You can use any paintings in progress, and you can use anything in your stash. And you can use one canvas multiple times if you want to. Last week, I used Down the Rabbit Hole like 3 different times, which was good. Love the trays. Yes, I love Firefly trays. Uh-oh, Allison retracted a message. I hope it was a dirty one. I hope it was really dirty. Those are my favorite. I don't get to see it once it's gone, though. Now it's only dirty in your mind or my mind. So I played this game last week. We had a good time. I waited a little bit just to, let people filter in, get them, you know, acclimated to what's happening, say hello to people. While we wait for people to come in, I mean, we've got 21 people in here right now, which is it's excelente, stellar, all of that. But while we wait, do tell. Who got what today? Did you get what your heart desired on drops at any companies? I know that there was quite a stir over the Margaret Morales that dropped at Diamond Art Club, along with the Ducks. There were a lot of people upset about the fact that they sold out, like, legitimately prior to technical release time. So, like, for me, it's 11 a.m. Central Time when stuff drops. And I just know that you have to get in early and do tricks in order to get your paintings, right? Well, there's a lot of people that don't know those tricks and they missed out on the Morales and on the duck kitchen kitchen ducks. I forget what it's called. You got Dark Lilith. Ooh, Wallflowers got Dark Lilith. Allison wanted the Margaret Morales. Well, and you know what? Hi, Simply Katie Walks. I am certain that they're going to be restocking both. I don't see why they wouldn't. As fast as those suckers sold out, and now that they've got the kitchen and the bath time ducks, I don't see why they wouldn't also restock the ducks. It would be silly to me. I mean, I don't know what their rules are about, like, okay, I don't know if they've got these rules where they only buy, let's make up a number. Okay, let's say it's 1,000 paintings, right? Per drop, per artist. I don't know if, like, they go, oh, the Peggy Collins White Lotus, that one was gorgeous. Hi, Jones Junk Journals and More. What an alliterative name. Hello, Chantel. You got the Dark Lilith and the Lantern one. That Lantern one was gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Victoria got Dark Lilith. Ooh, the light up tray from Firefly. Oh, now is it the one that plugs in or do they have a cordless one now? Uh so I don't know if they have these rules where, let's say, they, no matter who the artist is. Togo, hush please. Thank you, Bird. I don't need your 2 cents. Um So I don't know if they have rules where it's like, okay, it doesn't matter who the artist is. We're going to drop 1,000, 1,500 per new release, and then stock up on the restocks or whatever. Because, like, if they, let's say that they drop 3,000 Margarets, but only 1,000 Peggy Collinses, is that fair to Peggy Collins? No. But I imagine they've probably got some sort of a system. I don't know what it is. But it does suck when you try to get something and you get cart snatched, because I've had that happen to me before with a Morales with Satura. Not for sure. Yeah, because the one that I saw on Firefly was the one that you have to plug it into a cord in order to use it. Still really cool to have a light up tray, regardless of if it has to plug in or not. But I know that they were also working on a cordless variety of that particular tray. So I wasn't sure if they had come out with that one yet. Um, but yeah, I know people were really upset and they're like, well, why didn't you just double up the order? Because you know it's going to be popular. But then there's times where, it's a popular artist, but it might not be a popular piece. Look at how long Onahime sits, for instance. And so I imagine that for any company that has stock sells stock, it's gotta be tough to know exactly what's gonna sell and what's not gonna sell. You know what I mean? Like that's really hard. Hard to know. But well, I hope that if you were going for something that you got it, because I know that there were a few people that ended up they had to refund the order because two people hit pay at the same time or what have you, and that can also be very disappointing. I guess it was enough that, they actually made like a statement themselves, not just on a comment in VIP or whatever in the Facebook group. So, it was serious. They had to actually make a full post about it because there were lots of peoples that were mad. So, okay, is everyone working on a diamond painting? Are you doing something else fun and special? What are you guys up to this evening, this fun Saturday night? It's we have all of these beautiful, beautiful blooms happening everywhere with regard to, like the flowering trees are flowering, but the problem is that it's still pretty cold outside. And so not really keen on going out trying to enjoy it when that's like off the plastic here. um, Not really keen on trying to go out and enjoy it because it's freaking cold outside. I don't like that. It looks beautiful, but it is not warm. Doing a DP craft room, okay. Butterfly Orchid Fantasy from Dreamer, Fisher Gal, nice. Working on R2D2 Sparkle Pal, cool. And you're gonna work on Duck Bath, oh nice. Cleaning my studio, then we'll work on my horse, nice, okay. You're Margaret Morales for the event. Oh, trying to finish it. Okay. Well, the plan is to do another Mary Morales at the end of the year, so you have to get yourself ready for the next one. Granted, you have till December, so I think you got plenty of time. Uh, I will have an announcement, like an actual video announcement with details for Gods and Goddesses that's coming up in June. That'll be out coming up this upcoming week. So watch for that. It's going to be different from Mary Morales in that the rules will be more relaxed. There won't be as many things that you're going to have to do. I'm not going to be really like trying to pay close attention to photos and stuff like that. I will probably have comments on YouTube videos again. But that being said, it's not going to be complicated. Don't worry too much about that. Um, and the rules as far as finishes or things like that will also be relaxed. It's not going to be quite as grandiose as the Margaret event is. I wanted to do something fun. I still wanted to do a summer event, but I didn't want it to have to be something that you had to work very hard for. I mean, come on, it's summertime and people are going to want to be out and about, including myself, doing things where you're not going to want to be beholden to a diamond painting that you've got to finish or, things like that. So, keep in mind that if you have a diamond painting that will work for Gods and Goddesses, or if you're not sure, feel free to ask during any live on any WIP in chat, send me an email, whatever you need to do if you're not sure if it would work. Because honestly, like most things can be accepted as gods or goddesses. I mean, granted, I'm probably not gonna except a landscape. Well, that's not totally true because a landscape, I suppose, could be Gaia, right? If you wanted it to be Mother Earth or Gaia or the Green Man, you know what I mean? But I prefer it if you didn't have to stretch too far to call it a god or a goddess. But, ooh, working on artist room. Just got home from Tulip Time Festival. Ooh, that sounds nice. I was noticing when we were driving by our local botanical gardens that we have some new structures in there, and I want to get in and see. Not sure when we're going to do that, but used to be the botanical gardens was free, and now they charge you, which I understand. I mean, people use it for prom pictures, and they they run on funding basically and donations as far as plants and things like that go. So I guess I understand the need to charge people, but there was a time when it was free. Ooh, Holland, Michigan. Okay. Fitting though, a tulip festival in Holland, Michigan makes a lot of sense because of the tulip festivals in actual Holland. That makes good sense. A little cheeky. I've been to oh, where is it? I can't remember exactly where it is in Michigan, but basically it's a German town that they have like done up for Christmas. And Mist Windows Gods and Goddesses start. That'll be June 1st. June 1st. Yes, and Dark Lilith will definitely work for that one. Considering, she's the mother of all kinds of things. That'll be June 1st and it will run until the end of July. Which I am super stoked about. And then on May 31st, I'll be doing the 24-hour marathon for mental health. So if you want to come and hang out with me and keep me awake on the 31st, that would be awesome sauce. To rely on my family to do it. Like, all right, family, you're going to have to keep me awake. Last year, I did it up in the bedroom, my daughter's room. But I think this year, unless I want to try and move things around, which I probably could do, might still be able to do it upstairs. We'll have to see how it goes. Might give it to my friend's daughter. Ooh, it's beautiful. That is a stunner. Okay, so what do we got? We still got 21 people, and I have a list already, continuing from last week's list, another 30 things for you to search in either your finishes, your whips, or your stash for. Uh, and if it's unlicensed, that's fine. Whatever you call it is fine. But when you, I'm gonna, the way I'm gonna do it for myself is I'm gonna start with my finished paintings. So I'm going to try and name a finish that has the things that I'm going to call off. Like, let's say one of the options is a portrait. I would say something like, okay, I'll use Persephone of Spring by Chris Bug. That was one of my finishes. And then I would give myself a point. Now you got to keep track of your own points. I can't keep track of everybody's points, but let's say it has to contain a forest animal. That one would be harder for me because I don't really do forest stuff. So maybe I don't get a point, right? If I can't think of a name of one. Now I do have my book here with me so that I can kind of page through and cheat a little bit if I can't remember off the top of my head. But the same would go for you. Whenever you come up with a finish, if you don't have a finish, then move to your whips. If you don't have a whip, then move to your stash, or vice versa. You can do it in any order you want. I'm going to start with my stash and then go whips and then my stash as my last resort. You can do it in any order you want. You can use anything that you want. No rules here. It's just for fun. Points don't matter. We're just having a good time, right? And I am ready to play if you guys are ready to play. What's up, Akana? Can you do an unlicensed one for gods and goddesses? So long as it is not stolen artwork, I really don't have a problem with that per se. Obviously a licensed would be preferred, but you know, if that's not something that you can afford, I'm trying to make sure that it can include as many people as possible. I don't want it to be an exclusive event where people can't participate. You know what I mean? So as long as it meets size requirements, which I believe I'm going to use 40 by 40 again. I believe that's what I have written down. 40 by 40 centimeters, or was it? No, it was 30. I'm sorry, 30 by 30. I'm a big liar. At least 30 by 30 centimeters or 9 by 10 squares like this. So if you can count out 4 squares that are four inches by 4 inches or 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters, if you can count out 9 of them that are complete squares, then that works too. Because maybe you don't have a perfect 3 by 3 open. So as long as it meets size requirements, I'm not so much pressed about it being unlicensed as long as it is not stolen artwork. Like AI would be fine. But yeah, no stolen stuff. Hi, Angela. You have not missed anything, Angela. Don't worry. And I've got to do a calculation on a package that I need to send at the post office. So that's when I was going to ask about mail to the UK. All right. So while I am getting my next color here, let's get ourselves ready for our finished painting / whip / stash scavenger hunt. Are you guys ready? Because I am ready. And again, make sure you're keeping track of your own points. I've got my paper here so I can get a drink really quickly and we can get started. So here we go. First question. And again, all you're going to need to do is put in the comments the name of the painting. And you don't need the name of the artist unless you really want to go nuts and name the artist for it too, because I can't always remember the paintings that you guys are talking about. Usually artist helps. But I don't necessarily even need to know. I just like to know. But yeah, put in the comments the name of the diamond painting and or the artist is helpful, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Just helps me. And like I said, you can start with ones you've finished. You can start with stuff in your stash. You can start with stuff that you have in progress. Whatever works. Any of the places that you find a painting that will fit the scavenger hunt, go for it. And then points don't matter. So just go nuts, have fun, right? Just a newbie, so you're just listening. That's okay, Joan. Hey, Courtney, how you doing? We're playing a game wherein we are about to start our finished diamond painting / whips / stash scavenger hunt. So the first question, and every 5 I will post the questions in the chat so that if you need to go back and look and see if there's something you missed or whatever, you can do that too. But let's start with number 1. Number one, features an underwater or ocean theme. And starting with my finishes would be Eden Cove by Serena Mance from uh, Captured by Radiant. I have that as a finish, and that features an underwater scene. It's got a seahorse. I'll even show you a picture of the diamond painting. It's a good one. I had a lot of fun on this one too. Yeah, Eden Cove, Rubik has an underwater scene. That was a really fun diamond painting. I enjoyed that one quite a bit. Uh, and I don't generally do landscapes, right? I don't generally have a lot of landscapes in my stash, nor animals, but that one in particular, I did for a sneak peek and decided, all right, I'm going to work on it because it's so out of my norm. You know, I wanted to do something different, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to, you know, explore outside of my normal portrait. Diamond paintings look so good. I have one. Yeah, which one do you have? Wait, let me guess. Is it I'm going off of what I'm remembering about your taste, Courtney. Is it okay? I'm gonna guess that it's either a Mikey Bergman, Love Imbued, or Heart on Sleeve, one of those two, or it's the one of the lions, Prince something. Am I right? Did I guess right? Mike, is it a Mikey Bergman? The parameter of the scavenger hunt is that you can use any of your finishes or your whips or your stash, whatever you need to pull from, and then just name one of the diamond paintings that you have that fits that particular question or description. And this one is an underwater scene. Ooh, it's an animal one. Okay, so it's not a Mikey Bergman. Um, is it? Oh, it's not Prince. Okay. Oh, it's not Skull Garden. So then it's not any of the okay. Um, oh, what was the one? Oh, wait. She just oh man. The wolf? Is it the Aurora Wolf? I think is the name of it. Is it that one? The Aurora Wolf? Ooh, you got Davy Jones Locker and Betta Fish Mermaid. Okay. Sea life, a dolphin. Ooh, inside watery eyes is a good answer. Mermaid bedroom, also good answer. Seating imagination. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sea turtles. Okay. Oh, the Jody Bergsma. Okay. Is it uh the flamingos? Because that one's beautiful too. I just love all of them. Like I'll just take one of each from Captured by Radiance. Even the animals. Like I said, I'm not even a big animal person, but I love them. And the renderings turn out so good. The finishes look divine. Okay, still in my top 10 of all time from last year was Divide of Attraction from Captured by Radiance. It's one of my favorite finishes ever. But okay. Oh, I got to give myself a point. Look at me not giving myself points. All right, there we go. 1 point for me. Next question is has a celestial theme, a moon, stars, or planet. So not just contains moon, stars, planet, but has a celestial theme. Oh man, that's going to be a lot of mine, but let me pick one specifically with a celestial theme. Ooh, okay. Hold, please. Celestial themed. Because I have like in my stash, I know I have celestial themed ones because I have like moon and tides and a bunch of Bear Gias, but I want to try for my finishes first. Celestial themed. Now I got to look at my pictures. Hold, please. Let's see. Let's see. Celestial themed. Oh, paint the moon. That's celestial theme, right? Has a big old moon in it. That's what I'm going with. Going with paint the moon. Another one of my absolute favorite finishes of all time. That was my first real square that I finished from Diamond Art Club. I did apples, like I started apples and then realized like, oh my gosh, I am not used to how tight this grid is. I went and messed around with a bunch of paint gems first, and then because before that I'd only done rounds. And so I got myself used to paint gems, and then I went on to paint the moon, and then decided to go finish apples. And so paint the moon was my first real square. Everlasting love. Oh, it was. Okay, the swan one. Okay, that was going to be my next guess. Weather Goddess by Ivy Dolomore. Long Distance Coven. Yeah, that's definitely celestial themed. Mooncatcher from Bear Gia. It's a good one. Witch's Eye. Chris Bug. Witch's Eye. Oh, that's third eye one, right? Where her hands are like really big in the image. Can I say black cat with night sky? Sure. Does an owl with a full moon count? So like is the moon the focal point? Because it should be celestial themed. Like Magical Moonlighter is an owl one that is like the owl itself looks like the aurora borealis, and then has like the sky behind it with a galaxy theme. That one, oh, that's another finish. Oh yeah. That was my first and last sneak peek from Diamond Art Club. Here we go. Magical Moonlighter is, where are you hiding, Magical Moonlighter? Where are you hiding? I know you're in here. Oh, there you are. See, it's like it's an owl, but it has like, it looks like the aurora borealis or like the galaxy. So like this one, because it also has stars in it, I would consider this to be like celestial themed, if that makes sense. Galactic Wanderer, Milky Way. Ooh, that's a good one too. That's a really good one. The moon is really, it works for me. Starlight, yes. Margaret, that's a good one too. Oh, I gotta give myself a point here. Point number 2. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Okay. Number 3. Lay this drill down. Okay. Number 3 is has metallic drills, gold, silver, etc. Okay. And like I said, I'm starting with my finishes. So the one that springs immediately to mind is Loto Lunar from by Ultramar from Lazy River Crafts. And what are you throwing stuff over there, Dustin? Quit throwing stuff already. He's tossing dices, just throwing things. Okay. Loto Lunar is by Ultramar and from Lazy River Crafts, which is no longer an open company. I'll show you a picture of her. I can find her now. Loto Lunar. And in that one, the moon in the diamond painting is made all of metallic gold drills. That one is the first one that springs to mind because like the whole moon is made of metallic drills. And that one was a really fun finish too. Ooh, Night Visitor from Spangler. Dragon Spirit has some. Just bought White Lotus. Oh, congrats, man. That one is gorgeous. 2 full bags of metallic. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, you know what? Obviously, like the Morales caught my full attention. But prior to the Morales, I surprised myself by like if I was going to pick anything out of the drop that wasn't the Morales, the one I would have picked would have been White Lotus. That one had my heart, which is weird because like I don't generally pick like flowers or landscapey type things. Although that one I was telling people reminded me of this particular Tiffany lamp at the House on the Rock here in Wisconsin. And the lamp itself looks like it could be a mushroom or a jellyfish or a dress or whatever. But that's for some reason, it reminded me of that. And the stained glass that I made for my mother in law for the window, it was a lotus stained glass for her, like their front door. Well, which is now their back door because they actually moved the door. But that one is a gorgeous piece. So yeah, Loto Lunar has a whole metallic moon. All right, give myself my third point. Hades and Persephone. Oh, right, the belt and the laurel that she's wearing on her head, double tiger head. Okay. Nice. Okay. Yeah, see, you guys understand this game. If you're just joining us, we are continuing to play our finish slash whip slash stash, whatever you need to use, scavenger hunt for different diamond paintings. Okay, question number 4, and I will post the other questions once I've gone through 5 of them. Okay, so we have for number 4, you bought secondhand or on D stash. Okay, for finishes first. So, which one have I done? Oh, okay. I've got the perfect one. The one that I purchased on a D stash or secondhand that I completed was, let me get you a picture here. I'll get you a picture. All right. It's back here a ways. Where are you hiding from me? Boom. Try to Follow by Color Out of Place. I paid way too much for it. I completed this one as a celebration when I hit 1,000 subscribers last year on June 5th. And I loved this one. It was one of my absolute favorite finishes ever, 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 ever. But I bought that one secondhand for way too much money. I am embarrassed to even tell you how much, so I will not. It was a stupid amount. Yeah, you got your Morales mystery. Sweet. So glad that worked out. So glad that worked out. I mean, granted, like I could never part with mine. When I see somebody on D Stash asking about the Morales and they're like for a reasonable amount, I'm like, is $600 reasonable? Because that's what I would have for it. I mean, and I still don't even think I would part with it if somebody offered me $600. I would have a very, very, very hard time. Like, I gotta really need the money for that. That's like the ultimate in flavor saver kits for me. Now, granted, I'll work on it someday. It's not gonna sit and gather dust, but for now it can. until it is time. Next to you, Lorenz. Hey, Vicky, that's how we met. Well, met. Oh, not how we met, but how we got to know each other better. What are you throwing over there? Jeez. Still. Lady of the Lake, Sarah Mustafa. Ooh, okay. Miss You by Michelle Sia. Oh, that's such a good one. I loved that one. Dreaming of a Better Tomorrow, Kettner. Oh, that's a good one too. Oh, I got to give myself a point. That was number 4. Don't forget to give yourself points. Okay. Number 5 is You Have Finished and Framed. Oh boy. Well, so here's the thing. I have lots of finishes. I have none of them framed. Not a single one of mine are framed. So I will not be getting a perfect score tonight. I have these they're picture frames saved away in my basement for figuring out how to actually like mount and frame a diamond painting. Specifically Try to Follow is the one that I would like to frame and hang up first, but I have diamond paintings hanging up, but I don't have them framed, any of them. Right now, they're all in my portfolio bag underneath a bed. Beans, what are you scratching? He's scratching the floor, trying to make it comfortable for himself, I guess. It's still a floor. It's not going to get more comfortable when you scratch it, you fool. But he's going to try anyways. Hey, Dustin, could you maybe discourage that, please? Thanks. Appreciate your energy you put into that. Jerk. Oh my lord. This dog. Jeez, bro. Hey. Stop, bro. Sorry, guys. Okay. Do the magnetic frames I think count. It doesn't have to be like fancy frames, you know. But I have none of mine in any kind of a frame, not even a magnetic one. I swear to God. Stop, dude. Jeez. Oh my lord, this dog. He's been extra just agitating today too. I tried to lay down and take a like even just an hour-long nap, and he was up in my business. Beans, you do not need to lay on the floor and do it. You're not side swimming, so you just knock that off, sir. But yeah, he wouldn't even let me catch an hour-long nap today. Magic Arcades by Miss Holly. Okay. Starry Night. Yes. I'll take the magnetic frames. It's more than I've done. Oh my goodness. None. You have 5. You gift and try to frame or mount somehow. That's so nice, Lori. I haven't done it yet. I need to. But I find so many other things to distract my attention that I haven't taken the time. Not taking the time. Now, here's a question. While Beans is over there being obnoxious, here's a question. Do you also seal them, like when you decide to frame them or whatever, or do you just leave them alone? Because I guess for me, if I was going to hang them up, I would really want to seal them, not because I'm worried about the diamonds falling off, but because of like the hair and dust in my house. Like I would be worried that it would just gather in between all of the diamonds. You know what I mean? So what do? Do you seal them? All right, so I don't get a point for that one. Only 4 points for me. All right, let me grab these 5. And I will post them in the chat. Here we go. Maybe. That was not what I asked you to do. Try that again. All right. Here we go. Try this. There. All right. Boom. There's the first 5. Glass or plexi. Okay. Red GTO. Ooh, a classic red GTO. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So all diamond painting projects because of hair and dust. Yeah. See, that makes sense to me. Okay. Next question. I'm going to try and seal this week and record whether it goes well or not. Hey, good luck to you. It's not easy to try and do both. Next question is name, and this is an easy one for those people who are doing scavenger hunts, right? Name one of your WIPs. So I will name, and you know what, for fun, name one of your WIPs and tell me what you're like. Are you working on it for something special? Okay. You missed question 4, trick or treat house. Oh, there you go. Go back and give yourself some points. So, a WIP, and are you doing something special with it? I am working on Evening Melodies, and that one in particular is bound as a gift for my in-laws. For I think I'm going to give it to them for Christmas. So, I can put it in my year in review video when I get to that at the end of this year. And then 2, because I've already technically missed their anniversary, I don't want to give it to just one of them for a gift for like birthday. So I figure, you know what? I'll hold on to it. I will give it to them for Christmas, but that would be Evening Melodies by Abraham Hunter, which is a landscape. Actually, I kind of consider that one more of like a skyscape because while, yes, it does have land in it, it's really meant to feature the sky, not just it's the night sky. You know what I mean? So I almost consider that one more of like a skyscape than a landscape. Because the sky, I feel like, takes up most of the diamond painting in that one. Craft room, nothing special. Okay. Horsehead for Kentucky Derby Challenge. Nice. Flower delivery, just working on it because I love Ghibli. Good. Did you get the Ghibli today for Howl's Moving Castle? Rainbow Tornado, because I and my husband both love the color palette. It's a good one. It's a good color palette. Butterfly Orchid Fantasy, trying First Dreamer, thinking of giving to my assistant manager. Oh, nice. Duck bath for my bathroom because I'm original. Nothing wrong with that, Ms. Rock Music. Doing a serving tray. Nice. I'm doing for my daughter's birthday. Current canvas is not a gift. All right. Oh, you missed it? That's a bum city. Refuse an Offer by Mari945 from Jada Gem Shop. She's my fave, so probably going to put it up. Ooh, okay. We like that. We like that. Mari945. I like Mari945's art. I don't really know of too many artists at Jada Gem Shop that I don't love, so there's that. There is that. Yeah, man, they had like what, 6 different sellouts today? It was a lot. It was a whole lot. Good for them. I know people were feeling a little spicy. It's okay. It happens. I mean, I'm always disappointed when I miss something, but at least with most of what was dropped that they sold out of, you can get it on a restock. I mean, obviously, like the Christmas tree and the snowman or whatever were limited, but everything else, I don't see why it wouldn't restock, you know. And you know what? It gives you the thrill of the chase, or at least that's what you tell yourself when you don't get it right. Refuse an offer. I'll have to look that one up. Okay. So did I give myself a point? I did not. Now I got myself to 5 out of 6. All right. Number 7 has an abstract or geometric design. All right. So if I'm going with my finishes, an abstract or geometric design. So, all right. I I don't know if I have another one besides try to follow that is abstract or has a geometric design because I don't have the mandala collection from Paint Gem. And if I did, I haven't finished it. So, any other abstract or geometric designs that I've finished? Um, because I have a lot more color out of place in my stash, right? But for finishes, yeah, I can't think of any others that had any specific like geometric patterns or anything on them. Hi, horror movie bros. Welcome. Long time no see ya. Nothing for Vicky, nothing for Alice, a mandala for Marianne, none for Tigger. The mini dazzle you did that has the geo. Oh, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on a minute. There's the museum edition from Paint Gem that has the composition. Hold. Just a minute. Got it. I got it. But I don't think I have anything else with the geometric or abstract pattern. But there's composition, the Mondrian. Is that the one you're talking about? Like that? Because that, I guess, technically would be both an abstract and a geometric kind of composition. So that would work. The museum edition from Paint Gem. All right, look at us. Smart peoples. I have finished that one. So I don't have to use try to follow twice. All right, got to give myself a point here. Boom. Not finished, but I have Paint Gem tiles. Oh, okay. That's in your stash. Don't forget, you can use your WIPs or your stash too if you need to. Okay. Let me get these done and then I will look up my next question. All right. So, next one, stubborn and wanted to do finishes as well. That's fair. I'm sticking with my finishes also. Trying to anyway. All right. Next one, I think, is a pretty easy one for everyone. And that is, it is based on original artwork from a diamond painting artist. So a licensed piece by a licensed artist. And for me personally, everything that I have finished, bar a few pieces from like early days, are all from licensed artists. I don't have any unlicensed pieces. And none of my finishes actually are like stolen pieces. So there's that. Um, the only stolen art pieces that I have are things that I found out later. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know better. And then I ended up sending money to the artist once I found out that it was actually like a swiped art piece, you know. Einafel, Rainbow Wolf from Dak, Chroma, Evening at Autumn Lake by Thomas Kincaid. Oh, Kincaid is good stuff. Very lovely stuff. That is not the right color, Naomi. It would have looked weird if you put bright pink down. Next one over. Try that again. All right. So let me give myself a point for that one. That was question number 1, 2. That was question 8. Right. Because I've only got 7 points. Which bedroom? Everything I have finished. I've never owned an unlicensed piece to date. Nicely done. Love watching your lives. At least you don't talk about politics. That's what mess. Yeah, nah. No. No, we'll talk about politics sometimes in the voice chat, but generally, no, not in the lives. Nah. No thanks. Pass. It's too much of a mess. Plus, it's an easy way to exclude people who don't think like you do. You know what I mean? So, nah. No, thank you. I'm glad that you enjoy the lives, though. No. Oh, there's kids outside walking. Children outside walking. He had to let us know about the children that could be axe murderers for all we know, right? Because kids are dangerous. Okay. Next question was limited edition or is now discontinued? Okay. So was limited edition or is now discontinued? And I would think, okay. So there's a few that work well. You know what, we really miss Sugar. Oh, yeah, I'll make sure you guys see Sugar before the live is out. Don't worry. She's actually been quiet for some weird reason. Usually when he starts up, she starts up right behind him, so I'm kind of surprised. Um, don't worry, I'll shame her silly little chihuahua ass before the night is out. Okay, so by design, right? Anything that was in a like a Christmas or Halloween mystery or whatever would be considered limited edition, right? Or any mysteries from Diamond Art Club would also be considered limited edition, right? Because they only print so many of them. So going off of finishes, there are 2 that I technically have finished that were limited edition. Because a lot of the stuff that I have in finish is archived now. So I'm not gonna go with like just something that's been archived because that's kind of boring. Um Gotta reuse Next to You. Yes, Next to You is discontinued, which is Bath by Ivy. Oh, that was already discontinued? Wow. Black Cat Midnight, Claudia McKinney. Ooh, Jeff started working on Devil's Card. Nice. Undying Love by Disney. You and Amy have been helping him. Well, that's nice of you. Cursed by Mrs. Butter D. Ooh, that's a good one. The Morales Mystery / Jaded Gem Mystery. Yeah, because the Jaded Gem Mysteries, they're limited in that once the mystery has been produced and sold out and whatever, then she only sells them as like regular diamond paintings. Um, so the first would be try to follow again, but I don't want to use that one twice, three times technically. So I'm going to use Mystery 13 by Selena Fennick. I'm not going to tell you or show you what that finish looks like because it is a DAC mystery. But if you are interested in knowing and you want to go look it up, that's totally, you're allowed to do that. It is a beautiful finish. I got it destashed from someone as a genuine, like, I didn't know what it was. I asked a friend, like, hey, can you look this up and tell me if I'm going to like this? Because her tastes are very similar to my taste. I was like, hey, could you tell me if I'm going to like this? She said, yeah, I think you'll like it. Dustin agreed. And so I worked on that one last year when we did the DP along in the Discord for a mystery, and worked on Mystery 13 by Selena Fennick. That one is also not just limited, but totally, totally archived. You can't really find it because it's old. It's an old one. It's even got the old, like, kind of gappy DAC canvas, too. We don't help him. It would take him a year to get that painting. That's fair. That is fair. So yeah, that's my finish. Will be Mystery 13 by Selena Fennick because, it's a finish that I do have. All right, boom. Look at me getting a point for number 9. All right, number 10. You plan to give as a gift. So I don't want to reuse again. I already told you the story about and you guys kind of told me already which ones, if any, that you were planning to give as a gift, but you can put in finishes that you have given as gifts, okay? Since we sort of already incorporated this question, I didn't even realize it was in here. Ones that you have given as a gift. So the one that I've given as a gift, I actually did for my oldest as a graduation from college present. And that one I will show you a picture of is Alice, Alice, by Sarah Mustafa. And this is the first one that I made, like, kind of my own update, upgrade, and changes to, because I wanted it to match my daughter. So this one is Alice by Sarah Mustafa. It's based on a character I could not tell you what. But see, it says Aurora's grad present. I made lots of changes. I changed all the butterflies that are on here. Her eyes, I changed from gold to blue because my daughter has blue eyes. The diadem on her forehead and her necklace that she's wearing with the infinity symbol, I made those metallic gold. And this one worked up really, really quickly, but it looks just like my oldest child. And so, yeah, I'm not sure what Alice it's based on. It's supposedly from a TV show, like a sci-fi TV show, not like Alice in Wonderland, but I could not tell you which one it is. And so that one I made for my daughter, and I will give myself a 9th point out of 10. Is that a point each or 1 point for the question? It's a point for each question. Jasmine, made for Soren. Nice. Giving it to my granddaughter with the rest of the Disney princesses. Well done. I don't want to reuse this, but I gave Cozy Christmas as a gift. Nice. Okay. You taking him for a drive? The answer to that question is yes. Multi-Poo Night. Oh, that's cute. By Asia Trier. Chitzen Itza? Thank you. You mean bless you. Chitzen Itza. I don't know what a Chitzen Itza is, but it's fun to say. Was that what you dropped in between the? Oh, well, there is a switch and a controller down there that I can see. But yeah, that was my gift. Okay, let me post the next 5 questions. Mayan ruin in Mexico. Ooh, that's cool. Then I probably didn't even say that correctly. It's more like what? Kitson? Not how they say a CH sound. Hello, Chrissy. Evening melodies. Burbo, you've done evening melodies. I'm like halfway done with that one as a gift for somebody. Okay, let me grab these next and post those in the chat. Chicken Itza. Oh.
Pizza.
No, a TZ would make a sound.
Ancient Aliens tells me it's pizza.
Oh, ancient, you mean the dude with the hair?
Yeah.
Chichen Itza? Whatever you say, friendo.
I don't know.
I don't know
No
either.
proof, but it's most definitely alien.
Okay, that's obviously it. Must be. Get the little designs out of here because it eats up too much of the. Oh man. Okay, hold on. It eats up too much of this. The words that I have. Okay, so we're gonna do. We don't believe Dustin's lies. I don't believe his lies most of the time. So with you there. Okay. First 3, and then I'll do the next 2. All right, there's 3. And then what I did the one finished and framed one is a repeat. My bad. Okay. Next ones. All right. So let's see here. Okay. Next set of questions. And it will be, yeah, I don't think I believe him. I don't know. He makes stuff up sometimes to sound smart. But if he heard it on Ancient Aliens, he's just repeating what he heard. He don't know. He don't know. All right. Next one is. Okay, wait. Do I have 9 out of 10? I do. Okay. Number 11 features a house, cabin, or building. Oh boy. Okay. I used this last time, but I have no problems bringing this one back out as one of my finishes to use for this. And that is Grand Canal and Basilica Venice. That one has a building in it. And the reason I'm going to share it again is because I love this diamond painting so freaking much. It's the biggest finish I have, and it's one of my most beautiful. It has obviously the basilica, the grand basilica. So, yep, that's going to be my one with a house, cabin, or building in it. Has several buildings actually. So that's what I'm going to go with for my answer for number 11. And now I'm at 10 points. Woo! Cozy cabin. Okay. Think, guys, if you've got books and nooks, if you've got now if you're working off of your finishes and not your WIPs or your stash, I can't help you there, but you might have Fisher Gal actually has buildings in the background, Hong Kong Light, Sakura Festival, what else has buildings in it? There's so many from Diamond Art Club. If you got any of the, if you have anything by Robert Fennell, that's got lots of buildings. I'm sure a Chucky Pinson has buildings in it you could use. What else? Yeah, there's too freaking many to name, honestly, that have buildings and cabins and things like that. So that helps you at all. Artist room, technically you're in a building, and you can yes, you can see buildings outside. Red Bridge, also cozy cabins, relaxing Royal Dragon, Eau Claire Studios. Okay. Sunflower Farms, a castle works. That's a building. Owl Sorceress from Jada Gem Shop. That's one of my stash that has it's got a castle in the background. It could be okay. Kind of sticky. It's not awesome, but it'll work. Cozy Christmas, Rita Konya. Yep, that's got buildings outside the window. There you go. Can I use yes. Yes, you can. If it has Chichen Itza, however you say that. Bless you. Yep, you can use them twice if you have to. There's no rule against it. Boom. All right. So I've got 10 out of 11 so far. Number 12 has rainbow colors. Number 12 has rainbow colors, and I'm not going to use the same answer with Grand Canal and Basilica Venice because that does, as does Try to Follow, that also has rainbow colors. I have finished, well, okay, so I finished the Paint Gem Rainbow Edition, which obs that would count, right? But besides that, I did Foxy Lady. I'll get you a picture here. Foxy Lady from Camilla de Erico. She's got rainbow colors. Yeah. So does, let's see. Another one that has, no, I guess it's not technically rainbow colors. I'm just flipping through real quick to see if there's anything else. Unicorn Girl definitely has rainbowy colors in there. I mean, it's not technically a rainbow, so we'll skip that. Anything else? Let's see. I don't think so. Not on purpose. No, no. Nope, I guess that's going to be it. Foxy Lady. Oh, I do have Artist Room as a finish also. Yeah, not really anything else with rainbow colors. Except Grand Canal and Basilica Venice. But I already used that one, so. Cutie, your DAC WIP. Soul of the Storm, that's got a rainbow. Call of the Wild. Nuzzling Wolves, if you've got that one. I don't, but Rainbow Cat. Poles of Color, Color Out of Place. Yep, Crazy Bird. Rainbow Head. Yeah, that's one that I haven't finished. That's in my stash. Yeah, good answers. Good answers. Okay. That was 12. So I got to give myself another point for number 12. All right. What else do we got? Number 13 was free or won in a giveaway. Okay. Was free or won in a giveaway. So I have a few different free ones simply from working with companies. So makes it a little easier for me. Thankfully, I'm very grateful for legit every diamond painting that I've received from a company has been a blessing to me as we know I am not of the high income people, right? And so I'm incredibly thankful. And when I do get sent something from a company, I make it a really important point to finish that canvas because I feel like, they were kind enough to send me something and I could return the kindness by actually finishing the piece and showing it off and making sure that people know that if it was awesome, that they should buy it. So I have a lot of finishes that were technically free or ones that were given away. I have not won a single diamond painting in as a prize. And that is because I don't really participate in a lot of events, so that's kind of my own fault, you know? You can't win if you don't play, sort of like the lotto. But the one I will use, there's actually a couple. You're going to be seeing both unboxings with post reviews attached, and that is for two recent finishes. So I'm not going to show you pictures of those. Well, I'll show you pictures of paintings, but I won't show you what the finishes look like yet. And if you're in Discord, you've probably seen pictures of them, but one is Aurora Boreal. This one was sent to me from Realizations Eric at Karen, and they are in Quebec. She is by Miss AI Princess. And another is Veiled in Starlight. That one is by Colorful Cat Studios from Enabler's Outpost. And I will have post reviews, well, unboxing slash post reviews of those up very soon. You will be seeing those. And honestly, I loved working on both of them. I finished them in like lightning time. Really enjoyed them. Highly recommend buying from Realizations Eric at Karen and Enablers Outpost. Really two wonderful companies. Wonderful companies. And then another one I will mention because it is important is Glory sent me, right, wait, hold on. Nope, it was Wendy. Just kidding. It was Wendy. Sent me Maban. And I actually don't have that in my book as like a picture because I didn't have the sticker, but uh started the top half and I finished the bottom half. And I have that one ready to hang up when I move up into my daughter's room, which will be in the next like month or two. I'll be moving up there and moving my craft space upstairs. So that's exciting too. Butterfly Orchid Fantasy. It was unlicensed. Well, it's okay. Unlicensed is all right too. Wolf Dreamcatcher, cute little ghost from Fallon Gems for free with your order. Oh, Hoppy Spring Bunny. Cute. Serenity with the Moon by Jada Gem Shop, which you won from Mary Morales. Yeah. Orange and yellow birds, also bunnies in the snow. Aw. Very cute. Oh, I didn't give myself a point for that, did I? Right? Hold on. Let me make sure. Yes, because I was 13 and I have 12 points. Number 14 has round drills. Round drills. Okay. I have a bunch of finishes with round drills, but I can tell you what my least favorite round drill finish was. And that is called What's That Smell? And it is based off of the show Ah Real Monsters from Diamond Art Club. And I'll show you why it's my least favorite. And it's not because of the art. It's not. Oh, really? It was the placement of the specials on this one. It was terrible. Hold on, I'm finding a picture. Where the heck is it? It's hiding. I thought it was like early. There it is. Okay. So this one, it's called What's That Smell? Um, Basically this whole section here, this whole section here, all of those and that were all ABs, the whole frickin' thing. And it was a mad amount of color blocking, and I hated it. It was color blocking ABs and it was color blocking generally. I love the painting, hated working on it. It was a round drill canvas. Light Meowgic, ooh, Burnt Rose by Chris Ortega. That one looks amazing for being around. Underwater Train, Mrs. Butter D, Celtic Dragonfly, Always by Sarah Richter. Alice and Roses, Margaret Morales. Leopard in a Tree, a geisha portrait. Ooh, okay. Okay. Oh, I got to give myself a point for that. 13 out of 14. Number 15 has square drills. Okay, so that's the other half of all of my finishes slash stash, right? Because I have a good kind of half and half mix, I feel like, of round and square drill kits, including finishes, because basically I've always got a round going. Now it's going to probably become a little bit more imbalanced as this year goes on because I do prefer squares to rounds now. But I only just started working on squares last year. So, I'm sure I'll get sick of them at some point. One of my okay, my, I'll tell you well, we all know my least favorite squares finish, but I'll share anyways. My least favorite finish in squares is, and yell it out if you know it, because I know you know it. My least favorite finish, I'm looking for the picture, in squares. Oh, I don't have a picture of it. Dang. Well, I don't have a picture. Oh, nope. Nope, that's not a picture of it. Okay, I don't have a picture of it, but we all know what it is, and it was Spirit from Dreamer Designs. It was a first generation Dreamer design. I hated it so intensely. I wanted to throw it in the garbage, but somebody was going to buy the finished piece from me. And then after I had finished it, when they told me like there was no time limit, like I didn't need to get it finished in any particular amount of time, they vanished from Reddit. And so I finished it for legitimately no damn reason. I should have just thrown it in the garbage when I had the chance because I never did make any money on it. I mean, granted, I sent her pictures like when it was finished and let her know, hey, like this is not a pretty this is not a pretty picture. Like the gapping was you could park a truck in it. It was terrible. So, yeah, that one I hated intensely. So, that's my number 14 of 15. And let me share the next 5 questions in the chat. So if you are catching up, you can still catch up. Boom. Okay. Number 16 is a partial drill, not full coverage. Well, shit. Um, oh boy. I've finished partial drill canvases, but it's been a couple of years. I don't buy them anymore because generally I don't feel like you get your money's worth out of a partial. You know what I mean? But I know I've finished a partial. So let me think on this for a minute. Um Partial canvas. What was some of my partials? I had a couple of dream or diamond dots that were partials. Um, oh gosh, which one? There was a there was a unicorn partial one that I did from Diamond Dots like ages ago. That would have been probably 4 years ago, 5 maybe even years ago. It was a partial drill. I don't buy them because they're a waste of money, but I have completed some. I don't own any partial drill canvases though. I mean, unless you consider paint gems, but like so I've done plenty of paint gems, but I don't know if you count that. Who and Friends, Dementor from Diamond Dots. I finished A Wolf in the Moonlight from Leisure Arts, A Virgin Mary. About minis that are not scenes. Not full. Yeah, I mean, I guess paint gems too. Child and the Mandalorian from Diamond Dots, King Charles and Books. I did it because it looks like my Daisy May. Oh, yeah. I mean, if I'm counting like an actual partial drill field, there was a unicorn that I did from Diamond Dots like forever ago. But I do also have paint gems that I've finished. So if paint gems count, then I've done those too. A Diamond Dots butterfly wreath. Vicky's counting them. All right. So that was number 16. I've already given myself the point. Has butterflies in my finishes. Has butterflies. Butterflies. Well, the Alice one that I shared earlier, that one had butterflies. Oh, Miss You by Michelle Sia. And those are special glow in the dark butterflies. I will share a picture of that one. That was my last finish of last year. My very last finish of last year. So let's see. My final finish of 2024. Muni made Michelle Sia. It's called Miss You. And it's got glowing butterflies in it. Also, the butterflies edition from Paint Gem. I've finished one butterfly out of that kit. It's the not the one that I don't know how to say. Chiricahua. Nope, we're not going there again. I'm not getting back on the struggle bus today. You can't make me. All right, that's 16 out of 17. Fortune teller. Can we count mods? Sure, I'll let you count mods. Shea Butterfly Babe by Ross Sushi, Bubble Fairies, Spangler. But are the bubble fairies, is that butterflies or are those fairies? I guess if we're counting moths, but I mean, a moth is still like an insect with wings, right? I don't know in the one that you named, Vicky, if that's butterflies or fairies. Fairies are fairies. They're not butterflies. Don't be a cheater. Book Witch, Mady Arts. Okay. You also have fortune teller. Okay. Cat with butterflies, birds of a feather. Okay. All right. What do we have next here? That was number 17, and I have 16 points. Okay. Number 18 has a gothic or dark theme. Moths are the first butterfly before they adapted to daylight. Oh, there you go. Glory knows. Sleeps with butterflies. There you go. How big is your painting you're doing now, and how many colors are there? This one is Cauldron of Myrrh. She is 50 colors, and she is a 56 centimeters by 74 centimeters in square, or 22 inches by 29 inches. Okay, so finishes that have a dark or gothic theme. I will go with apples. Well, that's not really gothic. That's pagan. No. I have a whip, but do I have a finish that has a dark or gothic theme? Oh my. it's funny because as much as Spirit Spirit has a Ouija board, like, placard in her hair. She's got a little naked Sphinx cat, and the cat has a star on its butt, but she's got like curses in a tattoo on her arm. Yeah, I'll count that one. Even though I already counted it as my like least favorite finish in squares ever. Um it'll count also as my dark or gothic theme finish because I don't think anything else that I've done is really dark or gothic themed. I don't believe. Um yeah, not really. I don't dislike gothic themed stuff. I just don't tend to gravitate toward that for diamond paintings because it's very monotone. You know what I mean? Like the colors are boring to me. I do have one in a WIP that hasn't had any work done on it for a long time, but a snake and a Scarrero legatum benedinanti. I don't know what you just said, Vicky, but yes, that. Artemisa, if not AI, skeleton, kissing couple, and mushrooms. Okay. Finders Keepers by Jeremy Neal. Ooh, what about your Curtis? Yeah, the spirit. She's the one. She's got a Ouija board placard as like a hairpiece and the Sphinx cat and a tattoo and whatnot. Because Symphony, she's like holding a unicorn. She's not really dark or gothic themed exactly. And then the Care Bears one, she's just, I mean, I guess gothic in the traditional sense that there's like Victorian looking wallpaper or whatever behind her and she's wearing dark colors. But I wouldn't call her gothic either. Not really. Um, so yeah, I'll use Spirit by Curtis Reichovich from Dreamer Designs, even though I did use that one for one of the paintings that I hated. I did hate it. I hated it intensely. Okay. The Margaret Morales one. Down the Rabbit Hole isn't, Mizuchira isn't dark or gothic. And Ajisai is not dark or gothic. I have, right. I'm talking about my finishes though, Vicky, because Hades and Persephone, I haven't finished that either. I own lots in my stash, but if I had to go to my stash to get myself a point, I was going to do it. Don't you worry about that. Can't miss any more points, dang it. Um, okay. Number 19, that was 18. So, yep, I've got 17 points. Number 19 is from an event you participated in. Finishes. Well, okay. So, I finished for Mary Morales last year. I finished both Mizuchira and Down the Rabbit Hole. For Wings and Anythings last year. In that would be in place of Gods and Goddesses. We did an event called Wings and Anythings, which had to feature something with wings in it. I did one of my favorites, which is Voyager for Wings and Anythings. I will show you a picture because she is adorable. I wish I could do her again. I enjoyed this one so much. Voyager. And I know you're like, where is the wings, right? It's got a tiny plane in her hair flying past the clouds of her hair. That was my wings. I cheated a little bit, but it's okay. Lady Moth finished for Wings and Anythings. Yes, you did, Alice. Angel of Justice for the Dateweiler event. Chroma for Mary Morales. Chroma for Mary Morales, and Moon Girlfriend for the first Ivy Dollamore event last year. Ooh, okay. Very cool. All right. Ooh, I got to give myself a point. Let me not forget that part. That was number 19. Okay, number 20 is a double-sided adhesive canvas, not poured glue. Oh, shittlesticks. So I don't actually believe that I have any completions that are double-sided adhesive. I don't have any in my stash. And if I did, I'd throw them away immediately because I hate double-sided adhesive. So I'm going to have to ding myself another point because the only one that I've ever had in WIP was this one that I got as a thing from my mother-in-law. I had asked for the one that was similar to the one that the girl was working on at rehab that I was sitting with. It was like an eye with a rainbow eyeshadow, and it was beautiful. And my mother-in-law found something similar to it, but it was a double-sided adhesive canvas, and the drills were terrible. Of course, nothing wanted to stick to the double-sided adhesive. It had bubbles and rivers, and I threw it away. I worked on it for a little bit, but I threw it out. It was not a finish. It's no longer a WIP. It was a WIP that never wopped. I don't know. Is that right? A WIP that never wopped? None for me. None for you on that one. No, never owned one. No, not double-sided tape. 0 for me. Stitch. Oh, okay. Give us another question. That was a trap. Well, I mean, I'm not really going to count the one that I threw away because it's not a finish. It's not a WIP any longer. I threw it out. The only one I ever bought. It's the only one that I'll ever buy. And the end. I guess I'm losing another point on that. All right. So that was our fifth question in the group. So let me grab these 5. I'll put these 5 down into the chat. So no point for that. All right. Number 21 has holographic elements. Holographic elements. I go 30, Vicky. I go 30. Holographic elements. Guess I don't. What does that mean? Holographic element. Like, okay, how about this? We'll call this one Technicolor because I don't know what holographic means. Has like really funky, wild, vibrant colors. Okay, that's what we're going to call this question. So in place of like holographic, just call it really wild, funky, bright colors. And as far as my finishes go, one that has really funky, wild, bright colors is the one that I just finished from Eric, Realizations Eric at Karen, Aurora Boreal. She has really wild, bright, funky colors, but another one that has really wild, bright, funky colors. Let's see. Wild, bright, funky colors. I mean, Grand Canal does. Wild, bright, funky colors. I want to go with something different. So I'm trying to find another good one that's got, I mean, because there's Try to Follow, there's oh, Teffy. She's got some wild, bright, funky colors. I'm gonna go with Teffy by Emily Jarige. She's got wild, bright, funky colors. And she had acrylic drills, which drove me nuts. This one is by Emily Jarige. It was around 51 by 71. That's my answer for that one. Boom. Wild, bright, funky colors. That's okay, Angela. You can like anytime. Anybody can hit that like button whenever you'd like to. In fact, if you'd like to hit that like button right now, you can go ahead and do so. You enjoy playing fun games. Because we generally play some fun games on the lives, or we just sit here and chat and do nothing. Okay. That's what I'm gonna go with on that one, because that's what I got. Okay. Number 22. I think we can get through 15 more. 15. I mean 8 more in 15 minutes. You regret buying. Number 22 that you regret buying, be honest. It even says, be honest. One that you regret buying. Yes. And the answer to that question is, and I'm going to, with my finishes, the one that I regret buying was Spirit, but I'm going to go with my stash that I currently own that I regret buying. All right. Out of my stash, because this technically was supposed to be a stash scavenger hunt, but I wanted to make sure that, people didn't have large stashes. Um, so the one I'm going to go with is called Sarah by Curtis Reikovich, and it is from Dreamer Designs. And not because I don't like the artwork, it is because I absolutely loathe the render. It is the most hideous render I've ever freaking seen. Now, granted, I didn't know this when I got it because I got it from a D stash. I just saw that it was supposed to be Sarah from the Labyrinth, and I fell in love and I bought it from a D stash. And I regret the shit out of buying it because it's awful. It's the worst render I've ever seen. And because I know it is first generation Dreamer Designs, it's going to have the worst gapping I've ever experienced. And I will never work on it. I don't know if I'll ever sell it, but I sure as hell regret buying it. Midnight Whiskers by Dreamer Designs. I regret buying Jester by Hannah Lynn for personal reasons. Fair. None. Oh, that's good. Mystic Raven from Dreamer Designs bought the square and would have preferred the rounds due to gapping. Yeah. Yep. All right. Number 23. We'll just get to 30. And then if we run a little over, we run a little over. Number 23. You bought because of a YouTuber or influencer or me. I'm a YouTuber. I don't know if I'd call myself an influencer, but maybe I've influenced you to purchase something. If it was me, let me know what it was that I influenced you to buy, because I know that there's some of you that I have influenced to buy too much shit, to be honest. I'm an enabler. I am not an influencer. I am an enabler. It's true. You all know it's true. um so for me, one that I was influenced to buy by a YouTuber. I would say, honestly, the sneak peek that Rachel Ray got of Ajasai, and I'll show you a picture of it because if you've never seen it, you'll know exactly why I had to get it. It was technically the first Morales that I ever worked on, ever. This one, Rachel Ray had the sneak peek for, and I purchased it. And I finished this one during my 24-hour marathon for mental health last year. And she remains one of my favorite finishes, legitimately, of all time, and probably will stay that way. And I bought that one because Rachel had the sneak peek for it. And I needed to buy it. Bad Naomi. Fisher Gal by Ivy Dollamore. When I saw you do it, I was wondering why I didn't own it. Oh, that's fair. Dorothy and Friends, Shay J. Reed. I'll take credit for that one. I started loving Margaret Morales because of Naomi. Oh, Freya, Goddess of Beauty and War by Chris Bug. Okay. A mandala one. Nice. Now I have 6. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do have 6 Moraleses. She's just too good. She's just too damn good. Just the queen. I was influenced to buy Tea Party by seeing completions in the Discord. That's fair. That is fair. You can also be influenced by Discord. I don't see why not. Oh, I got to give myself a point. Whoop. Okay. Next one, Moon Magic, Owl Sorceress, Dragon Spirit, Veiled in Starlight. Oh, all ones I've convinced you to buy. There are so many I want, but I can't buy the licensed art pieces. Oh, Marianne, I'm running to the post office on Monday so I can get a price for you on the postage, but I'll explain. Some of it is taken care of. I'll explain why later. Okay. Number 24 has a spring theme. Flowers blooming, Easter, etc. in my finishes, and I will go with a Persephone of Spring. Persephone of Spring. I'll show you a picture of this beautiful, beautiful Persephone of Spring. She was a spring finish because she is Persephone of Spring. Persephone is the one who brings the spring. Well, technically it's Demeter, her mom, but you know, Persephone comes out and then her mom's like, "Yay, Persephone is back." And then she makes it springtime. That's my finish for that. Easter Dragon Spangler, Cardinals and Sunflowers, Springtime Splendor, blah, 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 blah. Springtime Splendor. Okay. 25 features a snowy scene. Okay, I have one for this. Features a snowy scene. And that is, we've got a spring scene and we got a snowy scene. And the snowy scene is Frost by Christine Karen from Art and Soul. If I can find it. Come on, where are you hiding? Come on, Frost. There she is. Look at this beauty. Sad you can't get this anymore because that was a gorgeous finish too. Christine Karen's Frost. I got that one. Walmart Red Truck Christmas Tree, Cozy Christmas again. Look at me, Lola Gonzalez. Ooh, Persephone of Spring is in stash. Okay. English Cottage. That one was for spring. In from the Cold by Ivy Dollamore. Susie Snowflake by, yeah, the one you're working on. It's beautiful. Okay. That was 5. So the next and last 5. Number 26 was an impulse buy you do not regret. Was an impulse buy that you do not regret. Okay, so if we're going off of finishes, that were like an impulse buy from my finishes, technically Try to Follow is like sort of an impulse buy because I paid way too damn much for it, but impulse buy, you know what I will say, I spend my money like for diamond paintings really like choosily now because I don't have a lot of money to spend on them. So when I do get diamond paintings, I have to be really choosy with them. That said, I got Galaxy Heart, even though at the time when Jada Gem Shop first started doing the hand rendering, it was a lot of freaking color blocking. I got Galaxy Heart and I thought, I'm probably not going to like it because it's a lot of color blocking, and I don't generally like color blocking. It's only going to take me a few days. Da 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 da. But honestly, I super enjoyed that one, even though it did have a lot of color blocking. It was still really fun to do. It was a really beautiful piece. I will show you a picture of that one. Galaxy Heart, and it is by Dolly Twall from Jada Gem Shop, and I really loved that one. And it's an impulse buy. I do not regret. Weather Goddess. That's not Margaret. That's Ivy Dolomore, but you were close. Cat Collection 104. Done. Ooh, Hotel with Red Hair. Big Sis by Ivy Dolomore. Oh, I love. Oh man, aren't they all? Leave Me Tonight, You May. Katana by Vincent Trinidad. Nah, you were close. Uh, number 27 has a pink dominant color. A pink dominant color. In my finishes, a pink dominant color. All right, let me breeze through real quick and see. I don't do a lot of pink. Pink dominant color. Oh, ha ha ha, look at this one. I'd say pink is a dominant color in Catch Me by Mrs. Butter D or Mrs. Buttered, however you want to call her. Catch Me. That was one of my favorites. That's got a primarily pink, I would say. Holy crap. The pinkest. Oh, that was number 27. And I should have. There we go. I'm just down 2. Number 28 has a green dominant color. Oh, this one. Okay. Green dominant color. It is called Akemi, and it is by oh shoot, Sylvia Strike. Akemi has predominantly green. And bonus in my finishes, Honor the Masses. And that one is Anki Moore. If I recall correctly, it is an Anki Moore. Hold on, hold on. There we go. Yep, Anki Moore, predominantly green. There, you get 2, a twofer. All right, let's see. That was 28, right? 28. That was 28. All right, 2 more to go. 29. No, I don't get that. Okay. Was purchased from an international company. Yeah, technically Captured by Radiance is an international company. And a purchase from, oh no, it's got to be a finish. Damn. A finish from an international company. Ah, shit. Oh, nope, that's not a finish either. I got plenty in my stash from an international company. But but I didn't. Well, okay. It was sent to me, but it is from an international company, and that's Divide of Attraction from Captured by Radiance. They are in Canada. That is international to me. And this is by Rose Profit Creations. Aha. Damn it. Yeah, technically Diamond Art Club is also an international company if you really want to be fair. Yes, their warehouse is in the United States, but the manufacturing is done in China, as it is for all companies, really, to be blunt. It's all done in China. They don't make diamond paintings in the US, so there's that. Um, okay. Number 20. Oh, could we please see Sugar unless she already made an appearance? She did not. Just a moment. Can someone bring me a sugar booger, please? All right, here's a stash question. One that you've had in your stash for over a year. while I'm getting a sugar. Hold on. Meow.
She was sleeping.
She was eeping. She was eeping. She was seepy seepies. Get the sugar. Do, 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 do. Oh, doggy, doggy, do, 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 do. She's not annoying though. I can't say it's a shaming because she's just, it's a shame I woke her up and she was asleep. Wait, you going back to sleep? Don't look at him. He can't save you. I'm shivering. She looks kind of like she's smiling, like, what's up, guys? How you doing? Hello. Oh. And she's like, I'm ready. Goodbye. Meow. There you go. Take your eepy dog back. Okay. So in your stash for at least a year, I will go with Dragon Spirit. Yes, Dragon Spirit has been in my stash for at least a year. Absolutely. Yep. Margaret Morales. That one has been in my stash for, wait, I think I gave myself another extra point. Whoops. Well, let me see if I get this last one. Otherwise, I got to take a point away because I'm still too short. Mother and Child, Rosie Scribbles. That's a good one. The question was, been in your stash for at least a year. For people who haven't been diamond painting for at least a year, sorry. I didn't know that was going to happen. But that was question number 29. No, sorry. That was question 30. Oh, it was right. Okay. That was question 30. Last question. Been in your stash for at least a year. Dun 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 dun. My score is 28 out of 30. Write that down. 28 out of 30. So my total points are 58 out of 60 so far. And if we do more, then I'll have to count and see what happens with that. You know what I mean? But for now, unless, we'll do another round of this, then that was my points. 58 out of 30. I lost 2. Dang. Stupid double-sided adhesive question. Man. 28 out of 30, not bad for DPing less than 2 months. Look at you, Joan. Well done. Well done. Oh, man. I haven't even been diamond painting a year. That's the suckers. No frame, no double-sided adhesive for me. Darn. 28 out of 30 without reusing canvases. Nicely done, Ms. Rock Music. Nicely done. All right, you guys, we are headed now over into the Discord to the usual spot. I shall be there in a short. If I see you in there, I will see you in there in just a moment. Might need to go pop into the bathroom for a moment, but thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. It has been fun. Thank you for scavenger hunting with me. I had a good time. I'm ready to move it on over into darkness. Yes. But I hope that you can, pop in again on Tuesday and see me again. We'll get, we'll play some more games, probably be trivia or something like that. But otherwise, you guys, thank you so much again for being here. Hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And as ever, I hope that wherever you are in this great, big, beautiful world of ours, that you are having a wonderful, warm, and relaxing Saturday night, a Saturday morning, evening, or afternoon. That's the one. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. Goodbye. Be good, guys. Or if you can't be good at it.